Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And already we're underway here. And the pass is intercepted. Rafael Leao. He's had it taken off him. Pavlovic kept his eye on it, and he's there. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Oh, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
A header! Goal! Milan! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Cleared without hesitation. Has a shot! Milan with the corner, they're first. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. No, that's been intercepted. Hernandez is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Serginho touches it back. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And he's heaved it away. Rafael Leao. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And that's aimed into the middle. It'll be a throw-in. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Serginho. Now it's Rafael Leao. Well, that is one way to stop him. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pavlovic kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pavlovic clears, tries to pass it through. More pressure on the opposition goal.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And it's Serginho. And this is Giroud. Tomori does well to get it back. Giroud showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Hernandez. Played in deep. It's a mighty effort! Oh, it's hit the post! And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Rafael Leao. Not the most accurate pass.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And now, please turn
Any strong
towards the
opinions on the
screen
first
for a
half?
special
Milan
presentation
really have
featuring
looked
our
very
guest
good in
performance
transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. He rises! Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is a...
Oh, what's he done? Shoot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Hernandez promptly onto that, and that is that.
Milan are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
He's in space and looking for options.
Milan clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
The match was 80,607.
It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, good spread. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Looking for options, for movement. Looking to go deep. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. No way through there. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Giroud with the cross. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Hernandez. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, no circumventing this opponent. Salmakers. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rafael Leao. Oh, looks a smashing ball. Serginho is flagged offside.
Substitution.
changes here from both sides, in fact. Well-timed, excellent interception. He is through here. Chance! And he hits the net. Right back in the game. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Serginho. Now who's going to be first to this?
Such good technique.
He's found a way through. Takes a shot! In for the pieces! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. That has ended up in no... Can he finish? Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Keeper's dealt with that. Costa Curta. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And that will be it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their... Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. We all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Now it's Bruno Enrique. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Messi. And Mateus. Now it's Messi. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Cruyff charging forward, the ball at his feet.
Atletico Paranaense really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence.
Oh, and Messi! And that is wildly off target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
De Arrascaeta engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Messi. And this is Cruyff. It's loose now and they want to get it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Suarez finds himself offside. Ended up in no man's land. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And Atletico Paranaense take the lead. He gave it plenty and some. Trashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
After 32 minutes is...
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. And Messi! There it is! Looks offside, I think. Yep, the flag is up.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Nicely weighted ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Mateus! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
He's having a shot! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Terrible error, duly punished.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Atletico Paranaense are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's going to be disappointed with that. There is the half-time whistle. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Atletico Paranaense are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Luis Araujo. Look at the space here. Looking for options for movement. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now the breakaway. Luis Araujo. Pulgar. Now it's Bruno Enrique. Oh, just can he finish? They've got to be quick to recover this. Skims one. Tries a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. And it's Otto. He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Opts for safety. Bounce of passing here, really easy on the eye. Has a shot! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
A case now of complete control. De Arrascaeta. He's picked his way through. A lot of... And a shot! De Arrascaeta plays it short. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Luis Suarez. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Otto gets into some space, and he's managed to get free. Oh, such a clever touch. Up he goes! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Pulgar. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Nedved. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Mateus tries to play it through. Here's a shot! And that is a routine catch.
Otto clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Shot could be on. And Cruyff! They've scored! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Johan Cruyff!
The It's become a case of men against boys. And time is up. Atletico Paranaense. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
He's the shining light of Asian football in Europe, Peter. Son Heung-min. He likes to receive the ball on that left-hand side and then offer you many options with his direct running or cutting inside or just stretching defences. A player with a superb work ethic.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Oh, he's been caught napping! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Drives it in. And he's there to get it away. Cruyff. Maldini calmly anticipates. Odo. Oh, super find. Cruyff! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Real chance! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Griezmann. And it's Odo. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And this is Can he finish? And that's caused a worry or two. McAllister. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Vieira. Xavi Alonso. Cruyff. Odo. Not the most accurate pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Nedved.
Nedved is offering a wry smile there.
Atletico Paranaense with the corner, there first. It's a mighty effort! No, not the best of headers.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Gets a good foot in there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Griezmann. Knocks it out wide. Look at the space. Griezmann!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Costa Curta. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Messi. And this is Iniesta. Nice control. Plays it in low. Vieira. And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Atletico Paranaense ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are back underway. He's going for goal! Just off target.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Now it's Cruyff. Fernando Torres. Neuer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, that's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he's picked it up out wide. It's a decent clearance. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Griezmann, and he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he was quick to react. McAllister. Oh, he's done very well to take that back for Iniesta. That has ended up in no man's land. Nedved. And this is Griezmann. And this is Cruyff. Just eases him. Oh, what has happened here? Fernando Torres tries a shot! Oh, taken with style! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Number 24.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Johan Cruyff.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Atletico Paranaense have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Great chance for a shot. It's in. And surely now, the result's beyond doubt.
The goal
All
scored
over in
Atletico
seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
Substitution for Barcelona.
Oh, it's an inspired
Number
substitute.
21.
Messi!
Heung-min.
Oh, that's a
Number
waste.
10.
Barcelona are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Number 13, Belletti.
5 minutes left on the clock. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Lovely, now then. Oh, that is Arsenal chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
3-0 and things are starting to look awful. Added time is up and there goes the whistle. Ah, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Atletico Paranaense.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. The wait had become maddening for Argentina fans. 28 years since their last major title. They finally managed it. And it was, of course, largely down to this man.
Yeah, and they won it in the best way possible against Brazil, in Brazil. Okay, it wasn't exactly a classic match by any means, but still, they did it.
It's the significance of it, of course. If there was ever any doubt as to this man's commitment to the cause, that game went a long way in proving it simply wasn't the case. Bergomi cuts it out. Looking tidy in possession here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bergomi cuts out the pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Dinks one through. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Atletico Paranaense have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Great vision. Batistuta. Messi, very much a man of this moment. And it's Fernando Torres. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Messi. Batistuta. Valverde gets into a good position. That is lovely. Valverde crosses it in here. Bergomi gets it away. Maldini deals with that comfortably. Fernando Torres. Chance here to counter. Now it's Xabi Alonso. And this is Messi. And this is Nedved. Gets shapes to shoot! They've done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! So smooth, a signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now.
And a chance! It's a loose ball, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Goes for goal! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
And it's Fernando Torres. Can he get away here?
There will be 1 minute.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And he's been shifted off it. Chance, surely! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that will surely go. And we hit half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Atletico Paranaense absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Atletico Paranaense will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. And we are back underway.
Number 11, Mohamed Salah.
Threads one in. Osimhen. Caught offside that time. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
No, again there's no way through. Salah. Valverde. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Messi. Valverde. Valverde! Superb from Valverde! That is a gem! An absolute gem! He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So is this the start of a comeback? That's been slipped through. Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. Mohamed Salah. Nicely spread. Now it's Valverde. Maldini. Konate gets across to intercept that. Valverde. Nedved. And the counter is on. And this is Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Neuer will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
So now the difference is 3. And this is Torres. Well, that's well seen too. And this is Cruyff. And here's Messi. Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Valverde. Oh, truly brave defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
He's found a way through. Ruben Neves did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nedved. Now it's Messi. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
There will be 3
Valverde
minutes
cuts a
added time.
frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get a... Messi! It's a goal! Players ecstatic. Fans delirious. This is utopian. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all those areas. The result, a very... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and
Atletico
energy.
Paranaense
This certainly matters.
against Arsenal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. Ronaldinho, the man who you could say was the man once upon a time.
Yeah, certainly wasn't the noughties.
It's Fulham! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Nedved does really well to win the ball there. Great vision. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Stood up well to him there. Now it's Griezmann, and this is Cruyff. Cruyff! And it's hit the woodwork and out.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Griezmann. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Oh, well played, lovely. Oh, that's superb. Yeah. Atletico Paranaense do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep.
And the finish! Torres receives it in real chance! And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Belletti. And it's Messi. Oh, super ball! Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Cruyff. It's a good spell of possession, this. And here's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! That has been knocked clear. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Griezmann. Griezmann! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
After 38 minutes is number 18, Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann. Antoine Griezmann.
Atletico Paranaense have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Griezmann. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. And this is Griezmann.
There will be
Chosen
1
to go
minute
back.
added time.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Oh, it's Nedved. It's Nedved! No mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, one more. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Atletico Paranaense really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they
Just a
have
quick
gone
announcement.
another
We'd
one
like
and
to
killed the
inform
game
you
off
that
completely?
CCTV is
Possibly.
now in operation
But as long as
for
they
your
can
safety.
keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Atletico Paranaense ahead 2-0, and they are looking good.
Substitutions taking place.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Messi. And he's had it. It's a goal. The second half off to a spectacular start. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is a
Chance! It's there! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
No way through.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he's managed to get free. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's in a good position here, and he's on his way. Cruyff, oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. No outsmarting him this time. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Griezmann. Cruyff!
Well, that's good defending.
Oh, what a mistake! Hangs in a cross. Tar clears it away.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And Cruyff!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Davids did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, what a ball! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Batistuta has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives.
Number 24, Fernando Torres. Number 18, Griezmann.
And it's been taken short.
Number 8,
So it's going to be another corner.
Number 13, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field, number 17, Bale. Number
Desperate
11,
defending required
Filippo
here.
Inzaghi. Number 10, Messi. Number 14, Raul. Number 15, Mateus.
Messi goes short. All hands on deck for this one. They've played it short.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Raul driving on and making good progress. And this is Bale. He's found a way through. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Atletico Paranaense, with the clock ticking away, have a chance to change the whole picture. Now, power or placement. Goal! Atletico Paranaense! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Judge, surely! He has done it! They have stolen level at the last! The lightness of step, the shot... And that is that. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's down to business here.
I still feel that this man, Diego Forlan, is a little unappreciated, Peter, despite all of his achievements.
Why might that be?
I suppose the fact that success came slowly, his career has been a tale of patience and early setbacks, but that's what made him what he is now. In many ways, it's made him much stronger.
Nedved with the delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That's going in strongly.
Now it's Forlan, and the counter is on. Oh, good take in a good area. Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Atletico Paranaense really could have done without this. So the would-be breakthrough moment. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Atletico Paranaense finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now, can they get him away? No way through. And it's Nedved. Now it's Torres. Oh, played right into his path.
Atletico Paranaense are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And smartly reclaimed. Searching pass he's played there. Mateus. Atletico Paranaense looking to pass their way through. Nedved. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No, that's been intercepted. Atletico Paranaense do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Oh, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well.
It's Luis Suarez! It's in! They have brought themselves an equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Bergomi. And here's Suarez. Conte.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's a look and plays it forward. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Match are now available. Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 6, Johan Cruyff.
Second
Coming
period
on the
then
field
underway.
is number 17.
That pass has been well
Substitutions
intercepted.
taking place.
Now he's got space here. Mateus! They score!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time.
Shot a goal! Really well taken goal. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Forlan. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He shot, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Atletico Paranaense grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Nedved. Great chance! He scores! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff.
It's Griezmann! It's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Atletico Paranaense are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Good claim, no margin for error there. Bayer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Griezmann. Driving on and making good progress. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Bale. Oh, that's well spotted.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Picked out brilliantly. Big chance! And he hits the net. And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. So that's it. It is all over. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Luis Suarez just could not help himself, could he? This is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Griezmann. And the through ball. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Someone who I think has developed into a fine all-round forward, Peter, is Rashford. He now has the versatility to play from wider positions. He prefers to be on the left side mostly and loves running beyond defences now or just dropping in short. And he seems at his deadliest when he's making those diagonal runs from out to in.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Dybala. He's picked his way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And he's on his way! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, great save! Pau Kubasi gets good distance on it. Tries to play it through. And that could set him on his way. Yeah. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And he's picked it up out wide.
Barcelona clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Torres. And it's Nedved. Oh, well measured. That's an excellent interception. Messi bops him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Suarez. Oh, that's fabulous. Griezmann! Oh, split-second reaction.
Griezmann clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cruyff. Oh, and that is going to be the final action of the first half. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
And a quick announcement today that
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Solid.
Solid.
In the stadium.
Very solid, actually, Peter.
Substitutions
They haven't
taking
made
place.
much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Dybala. There's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Looking for a runner.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Dybala. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's found a way through. Up he goes! It's in! Oh, utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
After 62 minutes is number 18, Antoine Griezmann. Substitution for Barcelona, number 10, Messi.
Barcelona
Number
can
8,
now introduce the
Pedri.
first of their
Coming
substitutes.
on the field,
So
number
the first
19,
goal of the game.
Yamal.
Look, you can't
Number
deny that it's a blow,
21,
but this game is
Frenkie
far
de
from
Jong.
unsalvageable.
Not the most accurate pass. And here's Yamal. Yamal! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. It's a promising position. Oh, that's neat.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Griezmann. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Atletico Paranaense surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Fernando Torres pinches it off him. Now this could be a chance. Goes for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Punched away. And this is Dybala.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
2 added minutes has been
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Rijkaard spots it, and that's that, the end. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernail. noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Well, you could make a case to say, Jim, that Park Ji-sung is the most successful Asian export ever.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hugely popular, and it's hard to argue if you look at his record at the very top level. A player with an impeccable work ethic and discipline, and he has the knack of turning up at all the big games too.
He's a sharp little ball. Oh, shooting chance! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, entry via the post is at the widest possible point, which means a keeper is well and truly beaten.
Atletico Paranaense finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Cruyff. That's going to go a long way. And reclaimed it in a trice. It's Luis Suarez! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Forlan. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. And the pass is intercepted. And he's there to get it away. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for the run. And he welcomes it in. Can he finish? He has done it! Atletico Paranaense back in business. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Nicely weighted ball. And that is as far as they're going to go. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Griezmann. And he's picked out the run. Chance! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And the comeback is complete. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Atletico Paranaense go into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Vieira. Atletico Paranaense looking to pass their way through. Now it's Alvarez. He has found the way through. And he can clear it away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. In with the challenge. Brahim Diaz. Spain have reclaimed it.
2 added minutes have been
That's
indicated.
clever.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
To the information center.
Atletico Paranaense are up by the odd goal in 3. Just about shading things at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. Cruyff. Park Ji-sung. Now he's off and running. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Suarez. Brahim Diaz. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Griezmann. That's really well cleared. Now it's Griezmann. Forlan. Cruyff. Griezmann. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Suarez. Davids does well to get it back. Now it's Mbappe. Mateus. And here's Griezmann. Nedved. Mbappe. Now it's Luis Suarez. Spain can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And this is Luis Suarez. Nedved. Nedved has it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's found a way through. Oh, important interception.
Spain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Substitution.
And we have our very first corner. It's a mighty effort!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substitution in progress.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries a shot! Sticks it away! They have stolen level at last! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that because they never got tight to the score. Simple as.
Substitution for Atletico Paranaense. Number 6.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. All square again into the dying minutes.
Nedved.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only...
Real chance! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Number 17.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Atletico Paranaense take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy.